Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Jade Empire. This is episode 18. In the last episode, we did something for a little girl. And we went into a tomb that was blocked off, but she got us in there. And then we came across some more side quests, did them, and now, of all the times, it is time to go to the Lotus Assassin fortress. So let's go. We're going to bring Dawnstar. Wait, no. First off, we're going somewhere else.
Yes, what?
We're going to Lau's Furnace.
Yes, I am eager to return there. It is a masterful array of artful mechanics, despite being a bit overly polished. This Lord Lau, he could use a bit of restraint.
Well, let's go.
Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch, and I'm reasonably sure the trip isn't even doing any irreparable harm.
So we have two more configurations. Two more. So we need to read Cinnabar ore is already in there. So we need to go to our plot items. Hold up. Before we do that, because we got that note from him, ready to leave. Let's go to the Garden of the Scholars again. That was one thing we did. We helped out one of our bounties, and got him to leave the city. We also got Captain Sen killed because of his long-lost lover. It's not this way. Wish I could fast travel. But yeah, and she was eternally grateful, and this man told us to do that. And the man ended up being her father, who was already dead, so then he revealed himself to be a ghost. Crazy times. Then we also did some things that we didn't want to do. Like help this guy. So we sentenced the man essentially to death.
I've got some other clients to see today. Are you finished?
No. Never finished. It's all the way up here. I need another configuration. Already read that. Been so long since we were up here. I don't even know where to look. Is it here? Yeah, I might have already gotten it too. With that transcribed note.
The contest is
Okay,
over.
okay.
Such a string of
You have secured a great...
If
You have completely routed the Outlander.
Of course. I am... Of course. As...
Come on.
Wasafnal could.
See?
Yo.
Hey, they don't bother us much, but a city like this, but I wouldn't believe any. Sure.
That's what I'm confused about.
I'm sorry, I can't speak with you now. It would be unwise for me to associate with...
Come and learn about the ways of Sagacious Tien. Free your body, mind, and spirit.
Well, it's not here. Where would it be? Ineffectual intellectual. That's actually pretty cool. Sorry to go back in here. Place of all dead. A place of all dead. Tomb of the masses. That would be all dead. Okay. So I believe we have them. Or that was the one from there. That's the other one when we got the thing. The pestle mortar. And it had the etchings in it. That's the place of all dead. Well, in this place of all dead, the necropolis. Ineffectual intellectual. That's my clue. And I've probably already gotten it. So we should just move on, go back. Let's go figure out these configurations. And then let's continue on our journey and do as I said we were going to do. We're just going to leave the Inquisitor one alone. Because I don't really want to do anything bad to Sheng. He already has it bad enough.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Plot items. Configuration of the tiger. You found this obscure set of instructions and copied them down on a hunch. Iron is made stronger through the alloy, and nickel binds well to make a sharp blade. It can also be a reactive fuel, but certain configurations must be preserved. The dragon watches over the controlled lightning while the cogs spin dutifully on their own. I'm sorry. I need something, because we don't have it. Back to the furnace again. Last time it just looked like I shit myself and she was coughing from it. Like, Kang.
Yes, yes. Certainly.
Let's go. All right. Whirling cogs. Lightning. The quieted mind. Alright. Now, we need a configuration of the horse. He found this strange excerpt from a diary. The pages were torn from the book, but kept together as if they were an important secret. In his ravings, my husband talked of madmen with eyes of metal, and of strange island in the skies. His words frightened me, but none more than when he clutched my arm, suddenly lucid. "It's the tiger," he said, fever burning in his eyes. "The tiger feeds on the stone, and the cow, torn from the bovine's innards. All but the cogs are watching, waiting and active, waiting for the tiger to feed." After his recovery, my husband remembered nothing of his journeys or of his ravings, except one. The cow Bezor, and they said everything but the cogs. Configuration already used. Okay. Okay. So we only had one Kang. I'm sorry.
A most... Well, given the rather fantastic... You found one previously in an unrelated endeavor. I'm afraid that is just the kind of continued uncertainty we will have to deal with. Keep your eyes open.
Let's go. All right. We got, I believe, a new style. A new style of fighting. Or not. A new technique. Quieted mind, plus 30 focus. A successful configuration of Lord Lao's furnace has taught you to enter a state of Legend's Call, the quieted mind. This meditative combat technique provides incredible focus. Scales of the Serpent. I don't understand. Is this just here? Are all these from the furnace? One, two, three, four, five. I guess so. I don't know. Okay. 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 It's time. It's time, humans. Let's finish this. How did we do it then? How did we get those configurations? If they're already used. And how many configurations are there? How many configurations are there, Andromeda? Do you know? Just staring at me like, is this a quiz question? Should I know? Do you know? Do you know? How many humans do I have watching this because I don't know what they're doing, Andromeda? There's the man. No, stop. Come here.
Wait! I couldn't just wait with the others. I'd have worn a trench with my pacing if I didn't talk to you. If anyone can deal with their kind, it's you. But that doesn't mean I could let you go in there without speaking up. Just be careful while you're in there, and don't let them get to you. Remember why you're going in, and get out as soon as you can.
I'll be safe, but I'm not rushing. You never know what else we might learn in there. We'd like to take our time, clearly.
Just be careful. Learning is useless if you're not alive to pass it on.
But you could be a
Zu's
ghost.
sudden disappearance has me worried. I was beginning to think we could trust the man, but the assassins can be most persuasive. Who's to say Zu isn't preparing a trap for you to earn back favor with his old brethren?
I'm aware of the possibility, but I will deal with it if I need it.
Hopefully my instinct is wrong. Regardless, I've said my piece. Come back safe. We wouldn't want to miss our audience with the Emperor.
We've been in here several times. We just saw Sagacious Zu go in here. This is the way in. Blessing board. Placing the token from the Lotus Assassin recruiter in a recessed portion of this blessing board causes a barely audible click. The tomb opens. So that raises some more questions. I'm beginning to think that Sagacious Zu has not told us everything. Like making us go get that item so that we can open up this door. But he has one. Clearly, he's not hiding out in here. I mean, if he is, he's down here, in which case you need the thing. So anyway, enter the Lotus Assassin Fortress. Ooh.
Ah, I was told to expect a new recruit, and you fit the description. Well done braving the necropolis. A troublesome walk, but it weeds out the weak. I am the Watcher, and this is the fortress of the Lotus Assassins. It was built amid the graves of 1,000 generations, the tomb of the Emperor at its core. Come, I will show you to the Hall of Induction. If you have servants, they will be allowed to accompany you, but you are responsible for their actions.
Shepard? Is that you? Mark Muir, I should say. Is that you?
Formed from the defunct Order of the Lotus Assassins are an extension of the Emperor, as dictated by Death's Hand, and implemented by Grand Inquisitor Jia. Thanks to her direction, we are becoming the face of power in the Empire. The Imperial Army will soon be stationed only at taverns and fish markets. The great Golem army constructed here will spread across the Empire. Our masters will be all-powerful. You will assist if you survive. Weak recruits die quickly. Master Gang is one of our trainers. He will be your master as you seek to become an assassin. He is harsh, but his knowledge will be invaluable to you.
You're wearing a mask.
You will find him at the opposite end of the Hall of Induction, near the entrance to the central chambers. Do not keep him waiting.
I want to ask you some questions.
What would you like to know?
Did someone try to enter the fortress just before I did? No. Tell me about this fortress and the Golem army.
This was to be the tomb of the Emperor. It rests in the heart of the necropolis, the accumulation of thousands of years of the Empire's dead. It was the perfect place to begin constructing the utterly loyal Golem forces the Emperor demanded through Death's Hand. We could harvest all the spirits we need.
Why are you constructing golems?
They are the perfect soldiers. Unrelenting, obedient. The ideal that all Lotus Assassins aspire to achieve. Slaves that die to be golems are blessed. The Imperial Army is weak, filled with questioning generals that do not know the path to glory. Even we assassins envy the pure subservience of a golem. Soon the will of the Emperor will be plain, and Death's Hand will step aside so he can enforce his glorious vision openly. Opposition will be impossible.
Why does he need golems? Who would dare oppose the Emperor?
There are those that think the Emperor must serve the will of the people, but they are traitors in disguise. His glory is our glory. Death's Hand will make it so.
Do you harvest bodies from the necropolis?
No, you fool. We harvest spirits. Many linger where their bodies interred, although the freshly dead produce a far more responsive golem. We now exclusively butcher slaves for this purpose. If you are lucky, you will be allowed to help in the process.
Goody. I want to return to my questions.
I will answer, but you should not delay your duties.
I will delay as much as possible. Tell me about the leaders of the Lotus Assassins.
Death's Hand is the one who brings us the will of the Emperor, but Grand Inquisitor Jia rules in his absence.
Tell me about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand rules us all. We obey him in all things, for he is the will of the Emperor. There is no more to tell. Our lives are his.
Tell me... Tell me about Grand Inquisitor Gia.
Grand Inquisitor Gia is the foremost acolyte of Death's Hand. She was one of the first converted from the old Order of the Lotus, and she is fearsome in her power. You would be wise to never even give the appearance of challenging her. She takes offense easily, and even masters have been killed for displeasing her.
Where can I find Grand Inquisitor Gia?
She is not found by just anyone. Excel in your tasks, and perhaps you will be blessed with her attention. Fail, and you will be cursed with it.
I don't have any more questions.
Go to your teacher, Acolyte. Do not keep him waiting. The far end of the hall, at the entrance to the central chambers.
Hopefully service under Master Gong will lead us to the information we need. We knew about the golems, but is Death's Hand or the Emperor behind it all?
Thing is, we don't know. I just broke that for you. Where are you going? Bones. Bones. This is a goddamn mess. No. Configurations, please. I don't know what they're for, what they do, or why they do it. Damn it, give me health.
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
Lotus Acolyte. Duga. What is this? Another new acolyte? We'll make sure you know your place.
Uk niknak ir kalik no yok. Wo nik fetai yir.
Look, we have fresh blood. Another soul for the forge, or a new pet for the masters. We don't need more competition for attention.
With the rise of the golems, we acolytes have fewer opportunities to serve. You are unwelcome.
I only seek to serve the Lotus Assassins. Let me pass.
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
We all serve.
We're losing status to the golem army, and you want to take more attention away from us? I think you need to prove your worth.
We have nothing to prove to these animals.
Where are you? Should she prove her worth? No, she can defend it or die. If any of you think you can beat me, step up now or stand aside. Ah, you realize the inevitability of this challenge. Good. That will make it easier to justify. You! Kill this fool!
More blood to stain my hands. A badge of honor.
Yeah? Ow. You dead?
Wo ofno aknatinir sasi ir yawak orui.
Bah! You are skilled, but assassins are not just quick steps and cuts. We will see if you are strong enough. This isn't over. Yo, what are you doing here, dude? I see you. Yeah, you're creeping?
So, there is no discouraging you. You have come to the heart of the assassins, and you already have enemies. Are you certain you are ready for what you will learn here?
No.
I don't think the choice is yours anymore. This is my realm, where my demons hide. You will be forced to see them. We have discussed much in our time together, but not everything. I left some things buried, but now you have descended to their level.
Why did you come here? How did you get past the Watcher?
For all that he sees, he is blind if you know where the right shadows are. As for why I have come, I will decide that when I see how you react to this place. Go. Your new master is waiting. Secure a place near the heart of the assassins, and you will be near your goal. Grand Inquisitor Jia is key.
I don't know what to make of Zu. He seems so tormented.
As I said before, I don't think that the guy is here to disrupt us, unless if we screw up. You know, these are your golems. They're big. This guy's on fire. He's a clay golem who's on fire. So nobody else should want to fight me, right? Mold Master Soto.
What is this? Another acolyte feeling their way around in the dark?
It takes some time for their eyes and skin to adjust. For the first few weeks, they're as easy to kill as newborn kittens.
What do you want, acolyte? We've done our work for the day and don't want to be disturbed. Unless the press is broken, leave us.
What is your purpose here?
We keep the golem press functioning. Without us, the machines could not keep up the ambitious pace that Grand Inquisitor Jia has set.
It takes 2 minds, 2 pairs of hands to control the inner structures of the press. You fools just see the controls. Inside the machines, it is impossibly complex.
Tell me about the golem press.
You would not understand the complex balance of gears and sorcery that makes it function. Even flyers are simpler creations.
Who built the press?
By the will of the Emperor, Death's Hand had it created.
With parts stolen from some great celestial furnace.
That's nonsense.
Oh, I need those
Not
parts.
Everything our craftsmen create is stolen or gifted from somewhere else. We have the capability on our own.
Let's get back to my other questions.
If we must, what do you want?
To ask questions. What is your purpose here?
We keep the golem press functioning.
Okay.
It takes
Okay. Goodbye.
Leave us, acolyte.
Why are you so annoyed? Hi there. An inactive clay golem. He's on fire though. Money! Slave.
I serve my owner without hesitation. I have no taste for the lash.
Slave.
My owner is kind enough, but he still calls me property. He has my obedience, but nothing else.
Merchant Kaijon. Hey, who are you? An acolyte? Not even in robes yet? Go sweep up after the golems. You don't have the authority to order anything from me. I have my own silver. You are not above personal sales, are you? Well, you still have a bit of personality about you. It won't last. They strip their recruits down to their essentials. Eventually, you'll just be another mask. My name, if you are still of a mind to care about names, is Merchant Kai Zheng. What can I do for you? Your surname is Kai? I knew a Kai Min once. Did you? I have a niece by that name. Is she well? I don't recall. It has been some time since I saw her. Well, it is a big empire. I have not seen her for years. She was training in some out-of-the-way school, if I remember. Is there anything else you require? What do you have for sale? This and that. I don't stock much for the individual assassins. I mostly bring in large parts or supplies that their machines. Have a look. Yeah. No. We need that dire flame style. Dire flame style. Style after style after style. If this game had achievements, it would give you an achievement for collecting all the styles. Why are you inactive? Speak to me.
You are falling behind, gang. Grand Inquisitor Jia is not happy, therefore I am not happy. If your work does not improve, I will have to stop taking credit for it. The latest battalion of golems stand idle because of you. If the production of the Jade golem is delayed again, perhaps your soul will fuel our next attempt. I trust I have made myself clear.
Yes, Master Shin.
I thought so. Do not let anything delay you further. It would be a shame to once more remind Grand Inquisitor Jia how incompetent you are. Yes, an absolute shame.
What do you want? So help me, if you're just some wandering slave, I'll have you butchered to color the clay golems. Wait, no. You are the one I was told to expect. A new recruit. As if I don't have enough trouble watching over the other fools in my care.
I will endeavor to serve as best I can.
Your best is no longer the limit of what we expect, despite what you have achieved elsewhere. You will be reconstructed into the perfect obedient slave.
Word. Can't wait.
If you survive, then you will be an assassin. For now, you are a Lotus acolyte, and your life expectancy is not long. Follow me down to the central chambers when you are ready to begin your indoctrination. Do not keep me waiting. A battalion of golems stand idle.
Can't believe you were just allowed to wander around in here, Dawnstar. These fires sound weird. What is this? Alright, I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll get right back into it. just a moment. Alright, I'm back. So, we got stuff to do. Let's go meet him, because we've already done everything else. Fascinating place. All underground. Configurations, please.
Damn the heavens for the fools I lead. I am destined to suffer for their incompetence, and I have one man to blame for it. Shin. The old Scorpion had one of his followers shatter a spirit shard during training. There are ghosts everywhere. I've lost 8 slaves and 3 acolytes to them. You, New Blood, get over there and occupy those ghosts until I can get real Lotus Assassins to clean them up. Golem production cannot be delayed by this.
That does not sound like an order you were meant to survive.
Go on. It's your first sacrifice for your new life. I'm sure it will be glorious.
So many scrolls. Keeper of the Archive. So let's read some books. The Grand Inquisitor's Will. In your obedience to Death's Hand, do not neglect to heed the complex demands of our mistress Jia. Second in glory only to the hand of Death himself, our mistress demands that all of her servants think clearly and completely in all that they do. She expects that all Lotus Assassins exercise their minds as thoroughly as they suppress the impulses of their hearts. As Grand Inquisitor Mistress, the Mr. Jia knows all things that happen within the fortress and without. Not even the deepest secrets of the most remote places in the Empire escape her knowledge. Mr. Jia demands that we be cunning, ruthless, and complete in our loyalty to her master and ours, Death's Hand. To disrespect her is to disrespect the Empire, the Emperor, and Death's Hand himself. I have a feeling we're going to level up after reading all this. Configuration of the rabbit. Bookstand. The Way of the Lotus. Many acolytes misinterpret the tenets of the Lotus Assassin Order. Stated simply, there are no tenets save one, obedience. Some believe we preach strength over all, but one must be strong to even be considered for recruitment. We are assassins, not monks. Our order does not teach us as much as act. Leave the teachings to the scholars in their wasteful garden. Our mandate is to serve the will of the Emperor through Death's Hand and Grand Inquisitor Jia. Because they demand strength, we give them strength. Because they demand cunning, we give them cunning. Most of all, they demand obedience, and so we give them obedience. To do otherwise would be to spit in the eyes of those who hold our spirits in their hands. Acolytes may create philosophical justifications for their lives they have chosen, but in the end our master's wills are the only truth and the only law we serve. The undeniable fire. Of all threats the young Jade Empire faced, the greatest was the barbarian warlord Zheng Sai, titled The Tree That Defiles the Fire. The Tree That Defies the Fire. Zheng Sai managed to organize the barbaric horse lords into an efficient and deadly machine of war, conquering much of the lands to the west and north of the empire before coming to bear on the borders of the Jade Empire itself. Zheng Sai whose savagery denied even the great wall built to keep his people out, led his hungry, maddened people to attack our fledgling empire in a rapid attempt to destroy all that would become our advanced and prosperous civilization. So vicious and deadly was Zheng Sai's attack that it roused the insular spirit monks from their temple in the land of howling spirits to come to the Empire's aid. Left unconquered by the devouring Horse Lord army, the monks of Dirge stood alongside the Empire and, in a great battle recounted by sages, playwrights, and scholars around the known world, laid waste to Zheng Sai and his ravenous army of wild bowmen. With the help of the monks from Dirge, the Empire finally burned down the tree that defies the fire, and our glorious land has never since faced so deadly a foe. We didn't level up. Unfortunate. Tell me, Keeper of the Archive.
Greetings, young Lotus Acolyte. I am the Keeper of the Archive. What can this humble servant of the Order do for you?
How long have you kept your archive?
Our Order has existed for 20 years. I have chronicled our new role and rise to glory. Much is mundane, minor shifts in power, the results of various campaigns. True secrets are held only in the minds of Grand Inquisitor Gia and Death's Hand.
The assassins need a historian? That cannot be your only duty.
I fight. I bear the stains of bloodshed with pride, as all assassins are trained to do. But records must be kept, if only to know who to make examples of. You will not find an assassin who is shy about killing, Acolyte. None of us are here to learn to be vicious.
How long have you kept your... No, I want to ask you... want to ask about what is in the archive.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or old entries, you must give specifics.
Tell me about the time the Order was formed.
You are permitted to know that Death's Hand returned from Dirge as the Emperor's trusted confidant after all others around him proved to be traitors. After defeating the Drought, the Emperor was no longer a slave to the natural order of things. He needed utterly loyal disciples to replace and kill doubters. The Order of the Lotus was quickly transformed from its weak role under Prince Qin. Death's Hand was the new way, and those who disagreed were destroyed.
No one questions such brutal change?
All who did were killed, except one who first hid his doubt. On a mission to cleanse a traitor's family, he rejected Death's Hand and turned on his fellows. The bodies were unrecognizable. More have died to him over the years, but few remain who know his face. He was our most skilled, most vicious, and most hated.
So this rogue assassin escaped punishment?
He escaped death, but there is no greater penalty for a Lotus Assassin than to be removed from the sight of Death's Hand and our Emperor. No doubt many of his years have been worse than death. Once you are truly indoctrinated, you will know the hunger to serve that such loyalty brings.
Tragic. What was this rogue assassin called?
His name is not spoken to the Acolytes. You must understand that to oppose Death's Hand is to lose all connection to your masters. Even if you live, you do not exist. There are few fates worse than being reduced to nothing. Lotus Assassins can belong nowhere else. Service to Death's Hand is your life.
What was so different in the way you were trained?
Master Gong has been lax in indoctrinating you. No doubt he wants to make use of your fiery disposition before stripping you of it. You will come to understand. Soon you will have nothing else but your life here. Your role as a Lotus Assassin leaves no room for anything other than loyalty to Death's Hand and the Emperor.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or old entries, you must give specifics.
Tell me about the Lotus Assassin leadership.
All you are allowed to know of your masters is that Death's Hand is the will of the Emperor, and Grand Inquisitor Gia rules this place for him. Obey their wishes when they are made apparent to you, or you will be destroyed. That is all an acolyte needs to understand. You may, however, ask about your Master Gong. He is not important enough to warrant secrecy.
Tell me about Master Gong.
A thoroughly average assassin relegated to indoctrinating acolytes due to his failure to demonstrate leadership qualities. He is not well liked. His mediocrity is magnified by the successes of Master Shin, an assassin who arrived at the same time and has catapulted through the ranks. Coincidentally, Master Shin is the one who personally documented many of Gong's failures. There is, of course, nothing strange about this.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know.
Tell me about recent campaigns.
Slaves continue to be brought to the fortress from the wall and unimportant villages that have no voice to object. Our golem force continues to grow. Operations in Tien's Landing have temporarily halted, but we received glorious news that a hated enemy of the Emperor has been delivered to the palace. The accomplices who hid him were butchered, their pitiful village razed. We look forward to a day when all who oppose our masters are dealt with.
Who was this enemy?
It is unimportant. All that matters is that he was caught. We don't need to know any more than that. It is a glorious validation of all that we do to serve our masters.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Acolyte. Serve our masters well.
I'll serve them. I'll make sure that they die. Lotus Acolyte.
I would give anything to be able to serve.
All right.
I have no time for you, Acolyte. I focus every thought on the Emperor's glorious golem army.
Conrad Werner. Cabinet. Nothing inside of the cabinet. Keep bothering me and you won't survive being an acolyte. Your spirit could power a golem as well as any slave. Sorry.
I gave you an order, Acolyte. Go spill your new blood on those ghosts while I get some real assassins in here.
Fine. I got a bunch of dudes right here. Sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. Return to your duties, Acolyte. If you are not working to increase the Emperor's glorious golem army, you are a waste of our precious resources. It's not how it reads, but whatever.
I suppose having your nose in Master Gong's backside is one way to get ahead.
Those who do not serve are useless trash.
Useless trash. Attendant Tang, Kai Feng, Ko Hung, And Catan.
Another of Gong's weakling acolytes headed to the slaughter. How many of the ghosts killed so far?
11, 12, does it matter? Worthless as one, worthless as a group.
Go on, then. Let's see how you fare. We'll need to sluice the blood out of there by the time they manage to destroy those ghosts. Go on. Join your other useless acolytes in death.
We passed. Was it over here then? All right, ghosts. Clay golems. Why? Why would you let me click on all of them? That's my question. They're all unimportant. How do you open the door? All right, I guess we're done.
You live? And the ghosts are gone? Well, I did not expect this. It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting. Recruits are rarely of use before we strip them of their outside identities, but you beg a more interesting application. Could you be the one I have waited for?
I welcome the compliment. I hope to serve you well.
Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening. I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks.
What's he want?
One is your duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the Assassins. Lotus acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better.
I will serve as needed, Master Gang.
You must operate the soul extractor, past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious Golem army. Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed. We no longer mind the necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards. Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade Golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will oversee this in the extraction chamber.
And what was the second task, Master Gong?
You clearly deserve better than the short life of a regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you. Kill Master Shin, my superior.
Why trust me with this? I've only just arrived.
You are beneath notice, but you have surprising skill. No one will suspect you are planning such a thing, and no one will miss you if I have to kill you for refusing.
It cannot be as simple as that, or he would be dead now.
You are perceptive. It is a tricky matter, and therefore a good test for an otherwise expendable acolyte. Your kind die often in the machinations between masters.
You're just fodder to him. Make sure we stay useful, or he'll find another favorite.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence.
I am not certain I want to do your dirty work.
I am your master here. Do this and you will be favored. This is a dangerous place. It should be simple for Shin to have an accident that does not implicate me. Talk to my acolytes at their stations, in the Golem Press Room and the Soul Extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on. Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end.
I have some questions, Master Gong.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
Time wasting coming up. I spoke with the Keeper of the Archive about you.
Stop right there, Acolyte. I am well aware of what that Lotus Expositioner records. Rumors and lies routinely turned over to Grand Inquisitor Jia. If you wish to remain more than a footnote in her pages, you will not speak to me again about her. The old fool will see my potential, and you will help me.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
Wasting time. I want to ask about golems and shards.
I will hear you.
What are spirit shards? Are they similar to essence gems?
Shards infuse the golems with life. Souls are extracted from the vessel that holds them, whether a corpse or a slave, and sealed within a crystal shard. The more recent and brutal the death, the more effective the golem. Our soul extraction process is deliberately painful. Essence gems are trinkets that can focus minimal amounts of chi. There are very few people who can make use of them effectively.
What is so important about this Jade Golem?
Golems are utterly obedient, but that does not mean that they are always easy to control. In great numbers, there can be discord. Jade Golems are infused with spirit shards made of multiple souls. They are highly ordered servants, and they serve as pacifiers for the other golems. One or two golems can be controlled by will alone, but an army requires these Jade intermediaries to maintain order. Such numbers are dangerous without a lieutenant.
How many golems have been produced?
I do not know. Hundreds? More? Many are here, waiting for a Jade Golem to command them. In the end, we will replace the weaklings of the Imperial Army entirely. Imagine it, Acolyte. An army of loyal, nearly indestructible golems, dedicated to enforcing the will of the Emperor under Death's hand. A beautiful sight.
Yeah, let's go back to my other questions.
Proceed.
Wasting time. Tell me about Master Shin.
You already know enough about him. He is insufferable, concerned only about his own advancement. He sabotages my efforts at every turn. When he is gone, I will ascend in rank, and I will reward acolytes that are loyal to me. Perhaps I will even introduce you to Grand Inquisitor Gia in the heart of the fortress.
Goodbye for now.
Remember your tasks, acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. You can also seek training from acolyte trainer Guang. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
She better. She better have stuff. Is that you? Yeah, that's why you stepped out here. Acolyte trainer Guang.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time.
You got it.
Let's keep it non-lethal for now. You'll find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable.
Yes. Yes, we are. Very well, let's spar.
Good. Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later.
Right.
Leaping tiger. Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Storm dragon. Storm dragon. This is your end. Horse demon form. Horse demon form.
How do you like them apples?
Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
There is no flaw.
Yes, you were. I knew this acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, New Blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes.
I don't want to be a trainer.
You. Assist her, if you can even do that.
You. I don't know any of your names.
You have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share.
Share them. I apologize for taking your position.
In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that. My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a trainer was too good, Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus Assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin.
I have access to Shin's personal entourage?
You are supposed to train the attendants in his entourage. Some need it, but if you seem too skilled, your next fight will be against the hidden Lotus Assassin.
I will whoop his ass.
For long. I suppose he would be alone and more vulnerable if he had to fight right away, but he will replace them in time.
Would there be an outcry if one of Shin's entourage died during training?
Accidents happen, and even the attendants in his entourage are just acolytes, and therefore are utterly expendable. There would not be much fuss. However, you would probably find yourself training the hidden Lotus Assassin in the next bout. Any skilled acolytes under Gong are quickly disposed of.
I want to get rid of all of them. How many can I fight at once?
Are you mad? Well, it doesn't matter. You must train one at a time. If you seem to be too strong a target, I'm sure they will accommodate your death wish.
How did you come to join the Assassins?
I showed my ability in the arena, and when I asked, their recruiter agreed. I have only one skill, and this was the best place to exploit it.
What ability do you mean?
Combat. Killing. The army was too strict. The arena too tame. Here, when they want an enemy destroyed, that enemy is destroyed. Sometimes family and all. We are all here for one reason, and that includes you. We are killers, plain and simple. There are no Lotus Assassins with hearts of gold.
I have a heart of gold. Who am I supposed to train?
You're in a hurry to make enemies, aren't you? Very well. Master Shin has a new attendant in his entourage who's supposed to be trained. Attendant Keaton. She is replacing one of the acolytes who did not return from Tien's Landing. There was no explanation. I assume he was weak and was discarded.
Yes, he was.
You can find her and all of the other attendants by the doors to the inner chambers. They wait there for when Shin leaves to inspect new slave shipments.
What training services can you provide?
I have learned a number of techniques.
Teach me them. I don't have that kind of money. I have inner darkness. Window to the abyss. Deadened nerves. Fearsome visage. Eye of inner darkness. Window of the abyss. Deadened nerves. Learn so much. Yo!
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard, to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now. It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads.
I was definitely not planning to let this machine keep going. How are you avoiding capture? Can I ruin their plans and get what I need?
No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems. They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience.
Okay.
There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves.
What thing will disrupt them? What do you mean?
Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
Hmm. Hmm. Drop it, drop it. Could only hope that you would die. Be careful, fool. One distraction, I could have been crushed. When the Jade Golem is done, have a normal spirit shard made and replace this clay golem. The ranks must be full when the Jade Golem is activated.
My own demons distract me in this place, but I hold no love for your new master or the master above him. If you kill one, why not two?
Yes.
Distractions are the key to weakness in a target. If you look to the future, Master Gong will have his plans come crashing down on him.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, look at this place. Anyway, we're going to go back out here. And we're just going to chill for a moment. We are going to chill. Headbutt that like button. Comment down below about this episode, what you found interesting about it. I find this very interesting. Zu is creeping around. And subscribe for more content like this. Man, this game has truly surprised me. Every single episode we get further and further, deeper and deeper into this game, and it's pleasantly surprising to play it. So if you have not played this game before, I suggest you go play it, tell your friends, and if you're not willing to play it, at least watch this entire series. I think it's fantastic. Tell your friends about it too. Wonderful. Wonderful BioWare creation. Well, I think that this is where we are going to be ending it today. It has been great. Actually, we'll just do a save there. It has been great. I am amazed by this. All right, humans, it's time for me to leave. So I'll see you guys next week in the next episode of Jade Empire. And until then, take it easy.